Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Nimol. Welcome home, sister. Welcome home, sister.
Thank you.
Hello. So is that Dustin? Dustin. Got it. How are you today, Dustin?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Very good.
I'm good today, finally.
It's great to be speaking with you. And Senon, we actually talked with you a few years ago on this show.
Oh, cool. I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Dengue Fever, and I'll ask you both a couple questions. I wanted to start off with Nimol and ask you a little bit about how you joined the band and how the other guys kind of, I guess, found you in a way.
Yeah, I think how, Senon, can you, probably you can answer that one, and then so how we...
Yeah, well, how we found Nimol is, I actually got a call from Zach and Ethan, kind of in a panic. And they had been, Zach and I have been friends already for years before the band, but we never really had a chance to play music together, other than around the campfire or at a party or something like that. But Zach called me in a panic saying, hey, man, me and my brother went down to Long Beach and we scoured all the clubs and we asked a bunch of singers to come down to a rehearsal. But the only problem is we don't have a bass player, you know. And at this time, David Rollicke wasn't in the band yet. So I said, well, you know, I'm playing in the Radar Brothers. It's a band I used to be in. I said, I don't really have the time, but you know what? If these rehearsals are starting tomorrow, I can come down and I can help you out with, you know, having a bass player for these tryouts. And I'd been to Cambodia and I knew all the music and the songs that I even had the songs. They just told me the names of the songs that they wanted to do, and I kind of found them on some cassettes I had and figured them out. And it was really fun, but Nimol wasn't there. There were some other ladies, and a few rehearsals later, Nimol came up to the rehearsal, even though all the other ladies that were coming before said, oh, Nimol's too famous. She's a star in Cambodia, and her sister's a star. Brother, no, Nimol's not coming. And when Nimol showed up, which was a surprise to all of us, we were very glad. And I had no idea how well she sang, except other than Zach and Ethan saying, this one girl, Nimol, has got to come. Because I was thinking it was a real bad idea, because all the other singers really weren't that amazing or special or magical. So Nimol stepped in, all the other ladies just kind of quietly left the rehearsal, and she sang, and it was beautiful. And it was so much fun, this whole process, that I wasn't too eager to have them replace me. You know, I guess, you know, whatever, 12, 13 years later, I'm still not too eager to have them replace me.
Yeah. And for me, I think the first I met Zad and Ethan at the first day we met, so I don't speak English. And they're looking for a singer, and they want to talk to me. They want me to join the band, and I told my manager at that time I sing at a Dragon House, the club, Cambodian nightclub, and I told them, I said, I don't sing English, I just sing Khmer. And then they said, yeah, we want you to sing Khmer. And
yeah.
the first part, and I'm not sure I'm gonna go to rehearsal the first rehearsal show, or maybe not, because after September 11, Zach and Ethan, I'm not sure, this is a real band or real music yeah.
Wait, are you talking about after we've rehearsed and after we've played shows, you were still not sure if we were a real band?
No, but the very beginning, the first...
Oh, very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine that you're thinking, these Western guys, these guys from L.A. coming up to you asking to sing in their band is really, really strange. I mean, I could totally see how you were thinking that, And
I totally never know, Western guys looking for the Cambodian singing. Totally surprised for me.
I mean, you totally didn't understand. I mean, I remember in the beginning you were like, so when are we going to do English songs? I can't really speak English, but I'll try. We're like, no. No, we want you to sing in your language. I know, you kept on wanting to sing pop songs, like American pop songs. We're like, no. We're coming to you so you could be natural and sing what you sing naturally.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you guys have had major success and have, world tours. And are you getting all surprised, I guess, at how successful the band has become? Because, I mean, with that style of music in the States, I guess it's kind of up in the air whether it would work or not.
I'm not surprised because we've worked so hard. I don't think we'd be a band anymore if we didn't have some sort of success because writing together and writing in different languages and putting out music is just, for us, it's rewarding, but it's also really difficult, So if I don't think we'd exist if there wasn't support for us to be here, So in the beginning it was fun, and for me it was something completely outside of the box. It wasn't an indie rock band. It wasn't something that I was used to. Nimol was a completely different type of a person and singer than I had collaborated with in the past. So it was all, kind of exciting in the beginning, but as it went on, it was, hours of, touring and, all of us sleeping in one hotel room and, all this work. So without the reward, I don't think we'd exist. So I guess in a way, for me, it was like a natural progression. It's like if you really try this hard and you work this hard, something should happen, and we kind of realize that we're not a pop band. We're not going, we're not going to be on MTV or, K-Rock or some big radio station out here. We're just going to be our own little family and our own little music. And I think there's enough people who are interested in things left of center to keep coming back. So I don't know if surprise is the right word. I don't think it's a right word to describe, how I feel about the band. But I'm definitely grateful for the fans and really grateful that we've had the support through the years to want to continue,
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys have a new tour coming up, and the first stop is here in Minnesota. You guys have a lot of fans here in Minnesota, and I think there's a big Cambodian population here as well. So, I mean, does that help you guys kind of spread the word across the states?
I hope I wish, and then also I really want them to come so much. Every time when we are, I think second time we play in Minneapolis, but
I think we're in St. Paul. I think this might be the first time ever that we play in St. Paul. Yeah.
So I think when I do my old solo, so a lot of Cambodian people come to the show, and I sing at the temple. They have the very beautiful temple in Minneapolis. So I wish Cambodian people they can come this Saturday. So please come if you listening to the radio, come to support us.
Yeah, please come. Because often it's some shows are beautiful where there's just as many Cambodians as there are Cambodian Americans as there is, other Americans. Because sometimes when we play a rock club, only people that are used to going to that rock club show up, and the Cambodians don't show up. And then when we play a Cambodian club, all the Cambodians show up, and all the other people don't show up. So it's really makes us happy when everybody comes together and comes to shows together, because it's kind of what we are as a band. We're kind of a mashup. We're not just playing the old Cambodian songs. We're also playing our original music, and we're using influence from all over. So it's kind of nice when our audience kind of depicts our influences,
Yeah, and I know you guys have your own record label now, and that seems like a better fit for you guys to kind of run things and just release things on your own schedule rather than dealing with the major labels.
Yeah, we put out a record with Fantasy Records, subsidiary of Concord Records, and it just wasn't the right fit. I mean, they tried, but it didn't work. And I find that we have such a great fan base that if we just create music and do it ourselves and put it out ourselves and just do it at our own pace, I think it really works well. And plus we've been playing music and making so many relationships and friendships through the years that we have kind of a deep well of people to call up and contact that can help us out with the label. So, it's really, I think it'd be a lot different if we tried releasing our own music in the beginning as it is now. Kind of have family. We have a family behind us now. It's nice.
And I want to ask you guys, I know you go back to Cambodia pretty regularly, and you guys are obviously well received there, and I know you had the documentary out, and I guess I'm wondering, Nimol, what does your family think of the band? And because it's kind of interesting that you leave Cambodia and come to the States and then wind up in a band playing Cambodian music.
Yeah, so first of all, when they heard they heard me in the band, joining the band, they thought I am singing with the Hollywood band. They don't know what song I'm singing. And yeah, for 5 years I never back home. First show and they heard us on the live on TV, and it's, oh, that's Dengue Fever. Oh, they were saying, oh yeah, that sounds good, and then it's interesting because nobody know they sing English or maybe pop or maybe probably like a blues, something like that, But actually, we played like original from 1960s by Rusty, old song, and the band was all American guys, and I'm Tinh Khmer. And for me, I can see that people were interesting about us.
Yeah, we got a lot of respect the first time we went back to Cambodia because they really were not expecting us to play some of the old music that came from Cambodia and a lot, pre-Khmer Rouge, rock and roll. So as soon as we did that, it was like eyes lit up, and after the show, it was like really a warm reception. And it has been ever since. I mean, we first went to Cambodia in 2005, and we've been back almost every other year since then. So it just seems to be, as we're growing as a band, the scene is also growing in Phnom Penh, because every time we go back, there's more Cambodian bands playing rock and roll. There's more Westerners also performing with Cambodians in Phnom Penh, and I'm kind of, just the timing of it all is pretty beautiful, and it's nice to see Cambodia and Cambodians be more creative. It's musically, and I mean, Cambodia has always been a very rich culture artistically, but I feel like it's really just flowering right now in every way. I mean, even the traditional dance and the traditional bands and music we've heard, and kids playing traditional Cambodian music in ways that is just, I don't think existed when we first went there. And it's, not because of us, but because of just kind of a cultural flowering I've been noticing in Cambodia. So it's kind of cool to be able to be in and be part of that,
Yeah, it is great to, especially after the tragic stuff that happened there and kind of the culture and the music being wiped out essentially. And, now that you're mentioning it's bouncing back, and obviously you guys are playing a big part in that, and that's really cool to see happen.
Definitely. Yeah, and if all goes well, we'll be back in Cambodia this year, but we're still, we may be there very soon, but, you never know with Cambodia. It's kind of a crapshoot, but hopefully we'll be heading back to Nimol's motherland soon.
Yeah, I just got back for a week.
Yeah, Nimol was just there for 6 weeks, a month.
Yeah, 6 weeks,
visiting.
And I just got back right before New Year's Eve, and also my big jet lag I never have. 7 days completely staying on my bed.
That sounds pretty good to me. I wish I had some jet lag where I could stay in my bed for 7 days.
Yeah, definitely no eat, no food, just drink water and go back to sleep and stay up, like wake up at awake at 5 a.m., 4 a.m.
Well, yeah, I'm sure the world's crying for you, Nimol. The world's crying for you.
I know, but now I'm going back to normal. but
yeah, no, it's nice.
New Year's Eve countdown.
Yeah, because we, Dustin, we've just gotten off a 6-week Europe and European tour, U.S. and European tour.
Definitely.
And then when we came home, the holidays hit, Nimol hit the town. So tonight is kind of the first night. I've been writing with the band the past month, but Nimol's been out of town. But tonight is the first night we're getting back together and making some noise again. So I'm looking forward to that. Play some music together tonight.
Yeah, that is great. So are you expecting maybe another release or maybe a new album after this tour is over?
We just got back to writing, so I think we're going to write some music and probably release some singles or some EPs as we're writing for the new album. So we kind of want people to be able to kind of hear our creative process and kind of, all of us want to experiment with sounds and kind of, do things we haven't done before. So, and we're just going to release those as we go until we kind of find a direction for the album, and then we'll make a whole record. But I think for now we're just going to kind of try and be as creative as possible and see where it takes us.
Yeah, that is awesome. And, as I mentioned, I'm a huge fan, and I've seen you guys. I think you've been here 3 times in Minnesota, and definitely looking forward to seeing you again.
Well,
yeah,
excellent.
I think it's snow next week.
Oh, yeah, what's the snow? What's the snow like? I mean, we're from California and L.A., so we're not really used to extreme weather. So planes will still fly in a snowstorm. Is that right?
Actually, it's been pretty warm here this winter. Not a lot of snow, so you guys should be pretty good.
Oh,
excellent.
I need the snow. I wish I can see snow.
Yeah. Oh, you like the snow, don't you?
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, because I just got back from Cambodian, very hot. Now LA is just cold, but no. But anyway, I love snow, so.
Well, it'll be warm at the concert, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, I'm a huge fan, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time out. Thanks a lot.
Okay,
Yeah, our pleasure,
thank
Dustin.
you.
Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thanks, guys.
Next week. Bye.
Okay, see you next week. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.